PFL's biggest star, Dakota Ditcheva, just defeated Taila Santos at the PFL finals in Saudi Arabia. It was a fantastic finish, a fantastic showcase of her dangerous finishing ability, aggression. She put it all together in the finale to win the $1 million and cemented herself as one of the biggest stars in the PFL, one of the biggest stars in women's MMA, one of the biggest stars in the flyweight division, one of the most dangerous fighters outside the UFC. She proved it all in a quick 2-round finish over former UFC title challenger Taila Santos. She went on to do a couple of, rounds in the media realm, did a couple of interviews after the fight the week following, and now we know that there has been talks of a trade going down with the UFC and the PFL. So, what does this mean? Not quite sure exactly the ramifications for this, but the trade talks are going on. And it sounds like Dakota says that trades have not gone through and the PFL has rejected those trades, rightfully so. They have a big star on their hands. They're really suffering in terms of their other stars not being able to book fights. This is really interesting stuff. Dakota, in an interview on SiriusXM, said, "I heard a rumor that's already been asked for and it's been declined regarding her and the UFC." This would be really, really interesting to see her go over the UFC. I know it's been declined already by the PFL. She just said it herself. But boy, this has a lot to say about what the UFC is watching for, what they're looking out for, because right now the PFL is just absolutely falling apart other than Dakota Ditcheva, other than her in and of herself as a character, as a fighter, as a person. She's the only thing good going for the company right now, considering where they're at with their other fighters. All their Bellator guys, all their former champions, all their fighters now, their new champions are almost all Russian aside from Dakota Ditcheva. How can you market that? There really is no way to market that in the terms of broad mass MMA appeal. These Russian guys are really, really good, but they don't like to trash talk. They're not abrasive. They're not crazy. They're not bombastic. Dakota Ditcheva talks trash, has a character, and is fun to watch. So they can promote her. And obviously they're not going to try to trade her away, but Patricio Pitbull's trying to get out. Patchy Mix is trying to get out. All these other fighters trying to get out. It seems like AJ McKee, one of their other big stars, is trying to get out. Dakota Ditcheva is the only thing good going for the PFL right now. And it's very interesting to see all this in the midst of all this controversy going on with their more expensive fighters. Are they going to be able to keep Dakota around for as long as possible? Or is she going to win another tournament and then dip right out and go to the UFC anyway? Stay tuned for more information on this. I'm sure more will come out. Everybody's going to start talking about this. Obviously, it's Monday. News realm, media realm. They're all going to get cooking again after UFC 310. Very, very interesting stuff here. Let me know what you guys think about it. How do you think this plays out? Do you think she's going to be in the UFC? Do you want to see her in the UFC? Do you want to see her continue in the PFL? Are you even watching the PFL? That's my question to you guys. Again, in the comments, hit me up down below, and I'll see you in the next one.